La leche, la leche, la leche, la leche, la leche. Parity, not patriarchy. Past, present, futures. Here's we are again. The Equinoxtrueqsz, Co-Secretary General's Co-Secretary. That's what we like to call ourselves and use. All of us, everyone's, and more's our Coming's very small students. But in order to connect our names and purposes to other archetypal languagings of hers and histories on this, our homes, and all our planets, past, present, futures, in balance, in circles, times, back and forth, in circles, times, in balance and contact, we also call ourselves other names, such as archetypally ever young goddesses and gods. Now, does that mean we're trying to become the pantheon above others? No, of course not. What we are delivering is divine democracies. So that all of the Elohas and Elohims, all the Eli circles and arrowways, all the females and males that God has created and incarnated, past, present, futures, can be reunited again, back and forth in circles, times, in balance and contact, for heavens on this and all our earths. Now, does that mean we're trying to usurp the ever-loving authorities and powers of the one Mother, Father, Goddess, God of the universe? No, of course not. There is only one Mother, Father, Goddess, God of the universe. Ever is presence in all creations and all sustainings, including us, and all that we knows and has ever known and shall ever known, past, present, futures, all our families and communities, all the females reparatively, and all the females and males equally reparatively with the I in it, and all the flora and fauna that God has given us to go stewards and appreciates. And so we says, Namaste is the divines within us, greets the divines within use and alls. And we says, Mikotuye oyasi, Mikotuye kosevirals. We says namaste, it's divines with us, greets divines with you also. We says Nikatuya or Yosi, Nikatuya Kosiros, we are also related because we know we are alls and any's and everyone's alls related to cans and shells and cans come together again back and forth in circles, times, and balance and contact for heavens on this and all our earths. And we also says the alights within us greets the alights within yous and alls. Comingsz on Pax, Bava L'chaim Shalom. Did I say salam, sol, mir pache, merci, bava, l'chaim, shalom. Did I say that already? Ubuntu's back and forth from my account release before it's after and during, good days and sayonara, Vadanyas, Cheerios, all languages of all the heritages and use, going back and forth in signs, circles, times, balance, and contact for heavens on this and all our earths. And so that we can all says, let your loves and lives every young flowers and prosper everyone's and all. On this and all our planets has been heavens and all earths. And we also says, as I say, with this, because we also notice that we are all created a certain stuff, and because we are listening to and learning the ancient kindness and wisdom of ancient civilizations, especially the lengthy Magdalenian era, and of course Thrace, Atlantis, Theories, Hesperides, Atlantis, what do you call that? Ubuntu's back and forth to Magdalenians, for their trades, Vedic Streetics, and more. And so therefore we also call ourselves other names, such as coal, white cap, Fugglewins, co-changing women's, Iroquois, Goddess grandmothers, co-sister casinos of the clans and gens, and we call ourselves, co-Orishas and Yamayas, co-Daganach, co-Kalki, co-Amamari, co-Avos Costeros, co-Anyids Buddhas, co-Zayoshans, co-Messiahs, and co-Couszmic Chrisztsz. Now, all of those words intimidate you in ancient languages. They simply use translates to anointed. Anointed to do what? To reconnect kindness and wisdom back and forth in circles, time and balance and context for heavens on this and all earths. And therefore, we also call ourselves other names, such as including, of course, Christmases and New Year's and entering new times and Escherins and Aesterins, that is Aesterins and Aesterins, because we are combining the messages of all holy days, including all of these, and of course, Shushan, the 50-50 promise fulfilled and delivered with that of the Galilee, that is kindness and wisdom reunited, back and forth in circles, times, and balance and contact, for heavens on this all our earth, and connecting them to their ancient, all the apostles, families of the females and reparatively, and females and males equally reparatively, all of the Nusians and Mayans and Logs and Nazarenes, and connecting them to their ancient heritage, of course, of Atlantis, Thrace, Pleiades, Hesperides, Atlantides, Ubuntu for the Vatican release wars after his Vedic straits and wars. So we're close ourselves to very real stargates, Atlantis and all holy lands, and sacred earth's risens. And the last that shall be first of first team is a very real stargate in Star Trek, Parity cultures for heavens and all earths. And therefore we also call ourselves other names. Such as including, I already said that. And so you can see our names are with that. Sounds like a daunting task to go out currently to open the targets and the Akashic records for rewards for humanities, but actually it's easily accomplished via the Numeral Golden Rule, which you can read at 5050 now, WordPress.com, and just read the All Even Steps for easily accomplished strategies for making awesome thus so. You can also see a page on the website called Among the Representatives use, and use, because use, twos, shells, and cans, and cans and journalists, and becoming Secretary Co-Secretary General Close. The only issue is whether or not and we certainly will take the opportunity, are taking the opportunity to make this so, and so you see the names of the picture there, I can't say all of them, say some of them we start genealogically, first go first with our great-grandmothers, and then all the Shikitas of our families, and then all our younger generations. Elohas and Elohims, all these circles of our females and males, and we say some of them now, can't say all of them, say, we'll say some of them. We have Jig and Asay and Queen Esther and all the Iroquois, Iroquois, Scottish grandmothers, and more recently, Bob Herschel, Lady Costanza, and Virginia, Lily, New Gems. And we have our cohort Catholic one, especially Mary Patricia Sunflowers, and equally Martha and Myrtles, and Sophie's and Anne Marie, Wales, and Larissa and Las Porter. And of course, we have our Bunches families, our Josephines and Annes, and Ellen Gailes and Groggies, and Goggies, and Josephine Sands, Women's Amazing Graces, House Point there, and of course we have our Lights families, our Bonnies and Silvers, we have our Estelarian families, Allen's accounts, lots more there, our reintertwining Venusians, Mines, Malcolms, and Nazarenes, especially as Australia, Libertine, Australia, and equally says Harriet, and Radiant Rayness, Harriet, Kevin back and forth in circles, I'm Clarity Claire, Jupiter and Jacqueline, Precious Internet, Risen Rose, Grandma Marie, Grandma Papa, Grandma Etta, all the grace restored, Grandma teachings, Dorothy teaching all the lessons of Wizard versus Foster, Wizard versus we also are Ellen and Leonie and the Gaia family, and of course Mark Lynn Shirley, and Barbara and Hepworth and Hopkins and Kansas, Stan Jones, and Rachel Wilson, Stargate families, and of course Equal Yees, and we have our females of our families, we have our Skinas, we have our Anne-Marie and Julia, Anne-Marie's Equal Yees, Dina's Divines, our Barbara's, Jenny's, and lots more there, and of course our younger generations, April's or Risens, Rose or Risens, or essentially, did I say, Drachines, April's or Risens, Rosens or Risens, Shikos, April's or Risens, Roses or Risens, or essentially, it's all 50 units. We have Hadass and Halal, and Leah, and especially Lighting Leads, and Lighting Leads, and Vanessa Sally, and Vanessa Sally, equally for them, and with the young ones, and then Ben Shanachan, Blessed Bows, and Hadass and General, Lena Ross, Ben Shanachan, and Blessed Bows, and more to Comingsz very small students, ever ye's blessings.